So the next thing is we are going to look at how to do some basic editing in Final Cut. Okay, so to edit footage that you have bringing into the timeline, there are different ways. For example, the first method is if you want to trim the video from the beginning. For example, I want to trim the video from the beginning to maybe this point. I want my video to start at this point. All I need to do is to hover over to the edge of the clip, and you can see my cursor just turn into this. I can just easily drag, and you can see I'm trimming it up to this point that I plan, okay, up to this point, and I want my starting point to be here. I just release it, and what it does is it actually crop the other section of the video. If at any given point you decided you want some part of it to show, you can also come over here to the edge and just drag it all out again, and you can see the other sections are coming up. So that is one important part of trimming. It is not deleting everything, it is cropping it so you can easily get back to it much later. You can do the trimming from both sides. You can do on left and right. You can come to the right section. Also, you can trim as well. So this is the first part, trimming. The next thing is you can do some cutting. Okay, you can cut. So let's check the blade mode. The blade mode you can do by just hitting on the letter B from your keyboard, and you can see it has changed to this scissor sign. At any given point, you can decide to cut. You can see it has created a cut. You can decide to create a cut. You can decide to create a cut, and now it has split the whole clip into about 5 sections. So you can come down here and you can see the blade mode by just clicking on letter B, or you can go back to the selection mode by clicking on letter A, and you can see the clip has been subdivided into about 5. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, into 4 sections. So you can see it has really cut the sections. By just hitting on the letter B to enable the blade mode, you can just cut at any given point, and you can hit on the letter A to go back to the selection tool, and you can select the different media and move them around to rearrange, and then you can have them maybe rearranged accordingly. Okay, so you can just move them across and rearrange them so you can have them properly arranged. One thing I like about Final Cut is as you select a given section, you delete it, it's going to do ripple delete. It's going to cover the gap that you've just created. So that's another way. Another quick way that, let me just undo some of these cuttings so that I can show you how to edit faster using the ripple edit. So in Final Cut, if you want to do ripple edit forward, for example, I enable the blade mode and just cut this clip at this point and go back to the playhead, and you can see I created a cut here. And what I want is, maybe at this point I want to delete from here to this point, to this cutting point. So I can do that using the ripple delete mode. Okay, so to do that, you can hit on Option, the square bracket close to delete from here to here. So Option on your keyboard, on your keyboard, hit on the Option key and the open square bracket, and you can see it has just created that clip, that cut for me. And if I want also from here, from the beginning to this point, I want to remove it, I can do Option square bracket open, and it's going to do that for me. Okay, so you can see pretty fast and interesting. So if I want from here to the other edge, let me do that again, Option plus square bracket close, and it's going to create that for me. So it makes editing pretty fast and interesting. So at any given point you want to create any given ripple edit or ripple delete, you can just do that, ripple delete right and ripple delete left. You can do that with the Option and the square bracket keys. Okay, this is very, very important and useful. So you can check out the other multiple features that you can have from here as well, like the selection tool, the trimming tool that we've just highlighted. You can do that with the letter T, the position tool, the range selection tool, and the zoom tool. You can do zoom in and out using the letter Z, and the hand tool for the panning and moving around. So this is basically how to do some basic editing with Final Cut Pro.